So we had actually was to disrupt programming just now because things went left. Or was it right? Whichever way it went, it wasn't for the ears of the public. But just let's quick synopsis of what went on. During the conversation of speaking with the Finance Minister, Dr. Nigel Clarke, and as you hear, he was being drilled. If you notice, he went silent in the conversation because I could hear in the background where somebody else is doing some research and he's talking to someone else while I'm speaking to him. Now, the question that he asked was an indirect question, as if pretending to know me, as if, So long story short, I end up I cursed him out and I told him some colorful Jamaican words and told him to get off the phone. So after that took place, this is what transpired.
Dr. Clarke, why are you calling up my phone?
Sir.
You have crossed the line, Dr. Clarke, and you think I'm stupid. Okay, I will put it out to the public and make the public be a judge. I'm here speaking. I put out an article and you call me, tell me that the article is liable. And I'm explaining to you where it's factual and so on and so forth. We're going. Now you gone and you clicking and you doing your investigation, you summarize. You're asking, oh, are you the doctor? You're a pastor? You're at Universal Life Church? Can you go on video call and call? Who you think you're talking to, Dr. Nigel Clarke? These things, you are a corrupted man. I know, as I said, I'm Jamaican. The ghetto, I born and grow. I elevate myself and move out of the country. And I'm going to put this out for the public to know. Everything that you've been talking about has been recorded. Let me just let you know that. And it will be out. You're rude and it just proves how nasty and corrupt. Why the hell you need to see me on a video call? Why the hell is it important to know if I have a church? So you can send out your goal. I know who you is. I know who Dr. Horace Chang is. I know who Andrew Holness is. Ask Patrick Bailey, who is Dr. Jermaine Gordon. I'm a very close friend of Patrick Bailey. And I will put in out the article, this recording. So don't think I'm scared. So send your goons. You're rude.
Sure.
Have yourself a good night, sir.
No, sure. Sir?
I'm here.
Sir? Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello? Oh no, sir. You seem to be convinced of a particular point of view. I was simply having a conversation with you.
As I said, I know what politics give.
No, alright, sir.
I know what politics give. I know the corruption.
Okay,
I know that I am an open. Let me tell you who is Dr. Jermaine Gordon, an open gay person. Yes, who know all of your secret, who know every single one of you, who mingle on that side of the fence and hypocritical in the party. I will blow you out. Go ask Patrick Bailey who you're speaking with. Go and ask Patrick Bailey who you're speaking with. Go and ask Cliff Hughes who you're speaking with. I've been to the up in Cliff Hughes' house with the big parties on the New Year's Eve and see everybody who is there at the gay party them. Only just a set of hypocrite and corruption. Not that I'm leading to say, I'm all for saying Jamaica have its right to stand and say no homosexual law is okay with it. But I'm just showing you the extent of the corruption that I know. Because you're interested to know who you're speaking with.
Right, sir. Okay. All right, sir. I really apologize for angering you. I'm just doing my job of interfacing with people who are upset and trying to explain things.
No, we're not upset. You got me upset when you asked me to go on video call. When you try to investigate who I am.
No, sir, I'm just being myself, and so yeah, that is a misunderstanding. I don't mean you any harm. I don't have the capacity to do anything like what you're fearing. I'm sorry for your experiences, sir.
I mean, if I was in Jamaica, but I know you're not long enough in America.
Yeah, please, sir. I understand that you've had a number of experiences that are very, very negative. You've seen things and heard things, and you've probably been, I can't imagine, and I understand that you are justifiably upset and angry. I don't mean.
No, we were having a conversation. We were having a conversation trying to understand your prospect of going behind. No, you indirectly threatened me. You indirectly threatened me, and everybody knew when you asked me.
I did not. No.
Dr. Clarke.
Dr. Jermaine, when you explain to me your history, I completely understand your trepidation when I asked you that question. Okay? I completely understand. But I wouldn't have known of that, sir. I was having a conversation with you, and I'm trying to...
I'm having a conversation. Okay, I'm having a conversation with the Minister of Finance. What is the important? Remember, hold on. Dr. Clarke.
Huh?
Dr. Clarke.
Yes.
I'm having a conversation with the Minister of Finance of Jamaica, yes? And...
Yes, sir.
You called me, and the first thing you called me about saying that I put up something that's liable. Okay, we move on and we're explaining and we're talking. We're having a dialogue. At no time at all you disrespect me or I disrespect you. However, there was a time when you went on to ask, you start doing your investigation, indirectly investigation. Are you a doctor from
No,
are you the pastor? Oh no, not that. You not that person. Are you? Can you do a video call? Why is the importance for the Minister of Finance to see me on video call?
All that I was doing, Dr. Gordon, all that I was doing is that I'm having a difficulty making progress in a conversation. And sometimes, when you have all your conversations, it's like that. And I was just saying, all right, maybe if we spoke face to face, I could show you stuff. I could bring something up on a screen, take you through public, obviously, things that are in the public domain, and so forth. I was just taking.
Yeah, but although, as you said, if it's in the public domain,
conversation to another level.
If it's in the public,
but I'm just taking the conversation to another level. Don't.
If
I am sorry that I clearly. Catalyze and script on a live wire there. And I apologize for it.
Of course you're going to apologize, because you wanted to know who I am, and I'm telling you who I am. I'm not somebody hiding.
No, so I understand. Yes, Dr. Gordon, I understand. Well, when you tell me what you just told me, I totally get where you're coming from, and a deep place of distrust and cynicism. You have seen, as you describe it, people who are hypocritical, who say one thing and do another. You've seen a lot, and I understand your perspective, and I respect that perspective, sir. I've been respectful to you throughout the whole conversation, and I did not mean to. I wouldn't have known of that background, and I wouldn't have known of how. The kind of distrust that you come to the conversation with.
Come on, man. You're Jamaican. You have a prime minister.
Yes,
you have a prime minister who run the country with bad man things. Stop it,
how
man.
How does somebody who is trying to be...
You wasn't trying to, don't try pretty it up, Dr. Clarke. You wasn't trying to be nothing. You were just trying to identify who you're speaking with. And you went into your little political ways of trying to ask indirect questions to figure out who I am. And when I wouldn't go there with you, you invited me to do a video call.
Yes, sir.
You could have been a man about it. You could have been a man about it and say, let me see your face. You have so much talk. Let me see who is it I'm talking to.
But that okay, sir, don't attach too much to that, sir. I'm not trying to do it. Look, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my honest to God best as a public servant, and if you think my overture to you is praised with any ill will, that was unfortunate. But if you're convinced there's nothing,
you should, if you mean any good to the citizen of Jamaica, you go and withdraw that statement. It's wrong and it's evil.
Yes, sir.
On top of the people and the people of Jamaica. If you all think that you're gonna get in power back with all that you have been doing, you all think Jamaican people
What I want you to know, sir, what I want you to know is that our motivation is to get to the bottom of this matter and for the responsible persons to be brought to account. And I may not be able to convince you of that today, but hopefully the investigation will be successful and you'll see what the intent of the government is, just to get to the bottom of it so that the perpetrators can be brought before the court.
You all know the perpetrator. You all know the perpetrator.
No, sir, you need evidence that can be stand up in a court of law.
You are the Minister of Finance. You know why there's no evidence? Because you all cover it up. You know why you couldn't tell me when Andrew Holness come out of power? Because you know exactly Andrew Holness came out of power. Instantaneously, not power, came out of SSL just in time when Usain Bolt money start missing. Come on, man. And all of that don't look... exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's in the public domain, and that's what we are speaking of. Public domain, but even though it's in the public domain,
in the public domain, the lady, what has been said in the public domain is that...
Don't say the lady, you know her personally. Don't say the lady, you know her personally. It's a friend of yours. Jean Panton is her name.
That's not correct, sir.
Jean, don't say the lady.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
You have been partying with her, functions, big functions. Don't say the lady. No. Somebody you know personally. Come on,
okay.
Dr. Clarke.
Dr. Clarke. Sir. So, Dr. Gordon, we're not getting anywhere in this conversation. You're holding on to your...
Get somewhere, and I see you go and recant that statement publicly. Yes, after hearing the outcry, you can admit, yeah, even when it's a cassage. Come on, man, we know what's going on, but show a little sympathy to the people of Jamaica, man. Have a heart, man.
Yeah, I hear you, sir. I hear you loud and clear, sir. I've spoken to you and listened to you, and I've listened to you.
This is the cry,
yes, sir.
Because I have we say second chances, our slogan says second chances for the forgotten voices.
Yes.
So we are giving the voice to the voiceless. And I'm crying on behalf of the people. This is the cry. This is what I've been hearing. And I'm telling you, if you're really power sweet, that money, all that, come on, my God, wanna just get a 300% increase. Why y'all don't pay back the...
Yes, sir,
okay, hold on. Get up increase. Why y'all don't let them wait and pay back them then time?
Yes. All right, sir.
Come on, man. It's in trade, boxing business.
Yeah.
Do something for the people.
I hear you, sir.
Dr. Clarke. If you want to remain in power.
I hope you appreciate. I hope you appreciate, at least silently, even if you want to give me, you want to be as whatever.
Oh, no,
I hope you at least appreciate that.
Because I know you're a busy man. I appreciate you take your time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it's this. The perspective that you have is very important. perspective for me to hear. You're obviously somebody who has been through a lot, seen a lot, and I have spoken. I've spoken to others before as well who have seen act out on social media, and very, very. I've experienced very similar things. People who have been like really, really hurt by an injustice in the past. Yeah, something that was a genuine injustice perpetrated against them, and it metastasizes over time, and they become extraordinarily bitter, and direct that bitterness in ways in which they.
You have a sense to what you're saying, but I think you want to say where it put that bitter to where it's not directed, because it wouldn't say much. You have a sense to when you say that, but it wouldn't not say.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's why I need to recognize it. But how much people you think will call you back after you went down a while ago? But I have a sense. I talk to a lot of people. I don't just talk to people who support and people who are, praising. I talk to people who are cussing as well. It's part of my job. And because I represent everybody, even though you're not in Jamaica right now, I represent everybody in all perspectives. And it's important for me, even though I disagree, these other, people are sometimes misguided and accepting things that are lies and not true. It's important for me to hear all these perspectives,
Are you a member of parliament?
Are you a member of parliament?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, if, as I said, power is sweet, and you need to do something for you and your constituency. Let the people, let me talk where you understand. Let the people say, okay, Dr. Nigel Clarke have a heart, because right now people looking at you and have none. Because guess what? It looking hold on, Dr. Clarke. It looking like highly like the People's National Party gonna be in power. Now, if the People's National Party be in power, you want to make sure you remain as the member of parliament for your constituency. So do something, because everybody crying. Do something for the people. Show them, say you have something different within you. You can stand out, because power is sweet.
Because power is what?
Power is sweet.
Sweet, right, okay. Yes, sir. That is what that's what I am trying to do. I have a lot of programs in place and so forth. And it's a challenging job. It's a challenging job, a challenging time.
Yes, but you have to step out.
But I will. I am definitely going to be doing that, sir.
Election. You all may hide from the local government. It goes to shows, because it's the first in the history where a local government election has not called. And you all know why you don't call the local government election. Because you know you're the last. But it coming to a time, time is winding down. Step out. Your people who support you, because you went landslide, green right across the board.
Yes, sir. I know that and as I said, that's talking to people. My fundamental belief is you can benefit from talking to everybody, even people who are, other people would say you're mad to talk to, So that's the perspective I bring to these things. But you make very solid points about,
I hope you take it into good consideration and make action on it. Not just consideration. I hope you take those points into good consideration and make actions
use the consideration into actions, because time is winding down and people are upset, people are hungry.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you something. Yes, I agree. I understand that. And I want to, I have benefited from this conversation, even though I, disagree, and I'm quite upset at how you're characterizing things which, are just not true. But I understand, and I don't want to take a process of time for me to be able to convince you. And so I will keep your number, and we can talk again. And I totally get the anger and frustration.
Because I will be definitely reaching out to you, because I would like to know the next time reaching out to you is to thank you and doing something on behalf of the people.
Yes, sir. You can count on me to do stuff on behalf of the people. That's what I've been trying to do.
There is 206 countries around the world. However, they only said technically is 195. However, we count the 206 because we have 59 out of the 206 tuning into our radio station. The ending of this month is 2 years since we start. We have a wide population listeners in Jamaica. As I said, 50.
So maybe you could interview me one day. Maybe I could come and interview.
And that's why I'm saying I would really hope the next time when we talk.
But we have to have a. But we have. I'd come on your program one day if you invite me. But I'm trying to say that I can't convince you. Tonight is not the night to convince you. It will take time. But not everything. Things are not. I know how it comes across, and I can't. It pains me. It hurts me deeply to hear how genuinely convinced you are of what you're saying. I can't tell you. It pains me so deeply, and that is what is exercising my mind about how can there be this. I'm not saying things are perfect. The things are not perfect. But how can there be this tremendous disconnect? And that is what I need to wrap my head around.
In all fairness, Dr. Clarke,
we'll keep an open line.
In all fairness, I must say, you sound, I don't know if it's acting, but you sound very genuine, you sound sincere in the tone of your voice where you just speak just now.
That's the only reason why I wanted you to see me. You focusing on you. I want you to see me for who I am and the sincerity. That's why I suggested the video thing. What I'm trying to say is that you're presenting a point of view, sir, that it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because I believe that you believe what you're saying. It just breaks my heart. And I want to find a way to reach you, because I can reach you. I can reach other people.
And you all, it's
not all of it. No, sir. No. If you can be, if we all have to have some humility. I'm demonstrating a lot of humility in having listening to you, okay, and hearing the barrage of, insults and so on. It takes humility to do that. I'm asking you to display some humility as well and recognize that there are some things that you may not understand, and there are some things that are in the public domain that are not true. And I'm prepared to invest the time to take you through and prove to you, stuff in the public domain, reason with you, and show you, and admit where things have gone wrong. I'm willing to do that as well. But it's important that that opportunity exists to, and I hear it in your voice, how convinced you are of what you believe, and as I said, as a public servant, I was, who, like many other public servants, have, I mean, I don't even understand what it's like. It's non-stop activity. Non-stop. I have worked from 5 to Monday non-stop.
You're a finance minister of the Jamaica Labour Party, and your party in power, Mr. Dr. Clarke. You believe that the country is going in the right direction?
Yes, sir. And I can give you reasons why. It may not be tonight because we probably are
that's going to be a long, right?
But absolutely, sir.
I will definitely.
That's a longer conversation.
That's going to be.
We can talk about that.
I would have to know what's the. Maybe because we're not seeing. I don't know. Because, as I said.
Look, okay, can I explain something to you, Jermaine? Dr. Dunn. We're living, democracies around the world have not yet adjusted to the growth and prevalence of, the Twitter of social media, which is now a huge part of life. Right? Twitter, Facebook, all of them are called Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, there's a whole list of them. Okay? In those media, there's no invigilation and there's no barometer of truth. Just anything goes. People say anything they want. So in that environment, it's very easy for things that are not true to gain foothold to the point that people believe them. Right? And
let me ask you something, Doctor.
Democracies around the world. I'm not saying that everything's perfect, Dr. God. I'm not saying that. But there are a lot of things that you may hold to be true.
Let me ask you something. This is something that is true and factual, and something that's coming around because we had the whistleblower who came to us and blew the whistle from the TSA agent about mass mandate coming back down again. I remember back in the...
No, sir. None of that is... There's no mass mandate coming back.
Okay. Well, maybe you don't know about it yet, Dr. Clarke. But I'm telling you that a whistleblower from the TSA agent, right now, we're in the month of September. By September 15, all flight attendants and TSA...
Right, I called you September 16th.
Okay.
And we see.
And we see about
that.
All of those gonna put in for flight attendants, and by October, it's coming back out. Not only that, I want to ask you, if stuff like that come back out, are you gonna be forcing the citizens of Jamaica to do stuff like that?
Sir, I am not aware of any plans to bring any mass mandate back.
Okay. And when it comes out, will you be in cahoots for the citizens to go in?
No, sir, there's no plan to bring a mass mandate back, and we can talk on the 16th. You call me, and to show that there's no mass mandate in place.
Okay, not for everybody yet.
I'm telling you
by December.
There's a lot of manipulation of information to try. I mean, it's horrible what is happening. Horrible. And that's why our conversation is so important.
But haven't you realized, Dr. Clarke, that all the horrible things that have come out where people say it was conspiracy, is what comes out to the truth? Haven't you seen those things for yourself?
No, not all the time. We've had some really bad things happen. Look
at how I've seen the Minister of Health in a community telling people get the vaccine if they want water. And right now there's evidence, data, factual that people were tricked. Yes, it was higher power than you guys that's running the country. But if and when something like that comes out, are you going to be standing with it for forcing it back on the people?
Sir, I always stand with the people, sir. And we can continue a dialogue.
Because you work hard while
we can continue a dialogue over time.
Wait there. Huh? When everybody was locked down, you were caught partying when everybody was locked down back in the COVID time.
No, that was the end of COVID time, sir. No, within days of that event on Monday.
No, I'm not saying that into a disrespectful form. I'm saying that to in agreement
but I
when you
was
say
with the
you're
people,
always for the people, right?
Yeah. The people's interest is what is my interest. And over time, we keep talking and you'll see that. And you'll see, the kind of man who can start a conversation with how you started the conversation against me and is willing to maintain a relationship over time. You'll see the person that I am. Okay?
Well, I'm open.
Yeah, all right. So
and as I said, this is all about for better of Jamaica.
Yes, sir. That's what I am for.
All right, then. So have a good night.
All right, sir. Have a good night. Good talking to you, sir.
Well, there you have it. There's a lot of stuff that was said that I am not really well, I will save it for the next interview, so you can leave your comments, share and like, and let me know what you think. And it's time for us to start to take actions and stand up in unity and let these member of parliament and senators, politicians that we elected, that we are their boss, and it's no longer where we as boss will allow our workers to treat us this way. OBC Radio, second chances for the forgotten voices. You can download the app in your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store, or ask Alexa to play OBC Radio. Stream us on the World Wide Web, obcradio.com.